A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. Of course her parents don't have a problem with me being black. She's past the wall. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
So you got drunk at a frat party, then fucked the football team? You're not a rape victim, sweetheart.
You're a slut.
What's up, guys? It's your man Donovan Sharp, and welcome to this edition of The Sharp Reality. At Donovan_Sharp is where you guys can find me on Twitter, and if you want to listen to past episodes, you can find the archive on thesharpreality.com, iTunes, SoundCloud, and of course right here on YouTube. As of today, you can now find TSR on the Google Play app. If you guys want to support the show, simply bookmark the Amazon link on my homepage and do all your Amazon shopping through that link, or you can contribute at the bottom of the page via PayPal. If you guys have questions, comments, show ideas, or personal stories you'd like to share, go to the contact tab on my homepage and drop me your thoughts. Be sure to leave a review for the show if you listen on iTunes, and make sure you like the video if you are listening on YouTube. So yesterday, I did part one of my two-part, episode series for the ladies. How to lock down and keep a man of value. How to lock down and keep a 5%er, a man that women can come to respect and love. Well, today is part two of my two-part episode for the ladies. As I said yesterday, those who listen to my show on the regular know that I have little interest in advising women on how to be in relationships, how to get and lock down a man. And really, the main reason for this is because women instinctually should know how. Women instinctively know what men like. Women instinctively know what it takes to lock down and keep a man. It's generally pretty simple. Stay in good shape, and I'll go over that here a little bit later. Cook and clean, suck his dick, etc., etc. So what I'm going to do today, part two, this isn't going to be anything complicated. It's not going to be anything that women and men don't already know, but this is going to be more or less sort of a refresher course. Because let's face it, as insufferable as women are, as impossible as they are, it's hard to really put this in words. Women are as shitty as they've ever been in human history with regards to long-term relationship material. Most of it is their fault because women know that being sluts are wrong. Otherwise, they wouldn't reduce their notch count, by 100 when talking to their girlfriends or their friends. But it also stands to reason that there's just not a lot of information out there that sort of tells women or encourages women to do the right thing. You look at television, movies, media, Facebook, Twitter, everything around women that tells them how to act and how to conduct themselves in a long-term relationship of consequence with a man. It's all misinformation. You have to be strong and independent. Keep guys on the back burner. Fuck a bunch of guys until you're 30 and ready to settle down for marriage. And while women instinctively know that this probably isn't the right thing to do, it would be disingenuous of me to say that it's all their fault. Especially younger women, because this is all they know. A lot of younger, like millennials and younger women have grown up in this feminist sewage. So it stands to reason that most, if not all of them, don't really, not to say that they don't have a clue, but when they hear the things that I'm about to tell them, a lot of them might raise their eyebrows and say, hey, you know what? I kind of knew that, but I've never really heard it before. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys and you ladies part two on how to lock a man down. So part one detailed how to gain a man's trust. If you do not have the trust, the ironclad trust of a 5%er, he is not going to lock you down. I said it yesterday. Women who have been in relationships with men they really loved, and the man seemingly loved her, and he wouldn't take that next step and commit to her long term. He wouldn't propose to her, and they often wonder why. They honestly have no idea why. Well, one of the huge reasons is that he doesn't really trust you 100%. So if any ladies are listening to this, I would strongly advise that you stop listening now, go back and listen to episode 94, because what I'm going over today what I'm going to go over with you guys today, this is assuming that you have gained his ironclad trust. Everything I'm going over today is certainly going to help you, but if you don't have his trust, none of this is going to matter. So go back and listen to episode 94. So you've gained his trust. You've given him access to your phone. You've got a GPS on your phone. You've got a keylogger. You don't talk to other men in public. You've done everything that Uncle Donovan has told you to do with regards to building the trust of a 5%er within the context of a sexual relationship. So now we are going to finish the job today, and I'm going to give you 8 more steps that will most assuredly lock him down. You do these 8 things, and listen, anything can happen. I mean, he might meet a better girl. He might meet a younger girl. He might meet a prettier girl who does all of these things better than you do. But if you do these 8 things, if you follow, and I'm not going to be telling you guys anything you don't already know. These are things that you may have heard of, but kind of poo-pooed it because of feminism. I'm going to let you know right now, this is absolutely what you need to do after you've built his trust to make sure his ass doesn't go anywhere. So let's go ahead and get to it. Number 1, learn to cook. Every man, red pill, blue pill, 5%er, beta, alpha, love women who can cook. Women were put on the planet to reproduce, rear our children, and serve their men. And a woman who can cook serves her man. That's what it comes down to. For those who are I'm a Gen Xer, I'm Generation X. And I remember when I was younger, one of the many axioms that we heard about relationships is the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. I don't know if millennials are aware of this or not, but if you're a millennial and you're a female, if you learn to cook, you're going to separate yourself from most other women out there. Because I can guarantee you that most of your friends don't really know how to cook. And I'm not talking about hot dogs and tater tots. I'm not talking about microwave Hot Pockets or cheeseburgers. I'm talking about getting ingredients together and making a 3-course meal from scratch. Going to the grocery store, picking up chicken, fish, steak, putting it on the grill, putting it on a pan, and making a meal from scratch. Nothing pre-made, no hamburger helper, no box dinners. Making an honest-to-goodness meal from your man with raw ingredients. Even if you're bad at cooking, ladies, at least make an effort. Men of value know the difference between true effort and shortcuts, okay? So even if you're not that good a cook, take a cooking class or watch a bunch of YouTube videos. Cooking is really not that difficult when you learn how to do it. Yes, it is a skill that has to be learned and honed. And like a muscle, if you don't use it, it's going to get weak. You have to cook a lot to get good at it. My girl, she is an exquisite, and I'm not exaggerating. My girl is an exquisite cook. And I often post pictures of the meals that she makes for me on Twitter. So if you guys want to check out what kind of cook my girl is, go to Twitter. I mean, she can cook. Presentation is there. It tastes unbelievable. She worked in kitchens. She paid her community college tuition by working in kitchens, and her mother was also a good cook, so she was able to get that passed down to her. Like I said, even if you're not a good cook, even if you're a terrible cook, if your guy sees that you are at least making the effort, he's going to appreciate that. Men of value, they want to see that you are invested in them. So cooking for him, it's not just about the cooking. It's taking the time and the effort to make a meal for him. Even if you're not a great cook, you can always get better. 5%ers want to see that you are as invested in him as he is in you. And cooking is one of the quickest and most basic ways to do this. Learn to cook. That is number 1. Number 2, be feminine, which means dress feminine and dress slutty. When you're out with your man, if your man takes you to dinner, or if he takes you to the movies, or he takes you to see a show, he doesn't want you wearing jeans and a t-shirt and a pair of Skechers. He wants you to wear a dress. He wants you to wear high heels. He wants you to wear earrings. He wants your hair done. He wants you to wear makeup. He wants you to smell good. Men of value do not want to be seen with women who do not look and act feminine. So not only do you look feminine, you have to act feminine as well. don't listen. We all burp and fart. Just don't do it loudly and do it in public. Even if the two of you are sitting down and watching TV, if you have to burp, do it as silently as you can, or go into another room and burp or fart. There is nothing funny about being masculine. So if you're in front of your guy and you let one rip, he might have a good laugh about it, but in his mind, he's thinking, okay, that was funny, but that's really unattractive. I don't, if I take this woman to dinner, if I take her to meet my parents or my family or my friends, and we're all sitting at the table and she decides to burp, or if I have them over to dinner and she decides to burp, or she farts and she has bad manners, she doesn't act feminine, she acts like a man, he's not going to bring you around. Be feminine, and dress slutty. That's a big one. Hey, if you know it's sexy time that night, throw on some 8-inch heels. Throw on some stripper clothes. Put on glitter. Give him a striptease. Be your man's personal whore. Men, listen, we've all heard of the Madonna whore complex. And I think there's a saying out there, be a lady in the streets, be a freak in the sheets. So dress feminine and act feminine in public, but when you guys are behind closed doors, release your inner slut. Suck the color off his cock, lick his fucking balls, let him do every vile, disgusting thing he wants to do to you. This is a part of being feminine. Number 3, which goes a little bit with number 2, never turn him down for sex for any reason. Let me repeat that. Never turn him down for sex for any reason. Oh my God, Donovan, what if I have a headache? Guess what? Give him the ass. What if I have a stomach ache? Give him the ass. What if I'm on my period? Suck his cock. Listen, man, women these days, women are all the time. You can go on message boards, TVs, movies. They take tremendous pride in rejecting their men for sex. Oh yeah, my man wanted to fuck me, but I turned him down for no other reason but that I could just turn him down. This is not a fucking game. When we want to fuck, we want to fuck. So if you're turning your man down for sex for any reason, I don't give a... Listen, man, there aren't that many headaches in the world. There aren't that many fucking periods in the world. If your man wants to fuck you, let him fuck you. If you're on your period, hey, tell him, hey, if I won't look if you won't. And if you're really that squeamish about period sex, guess what? Let him go anal or suck his cock, slow as cum. Never turn him down for sex for any reason. Because guess what, ladies? Your girlfriends who brag about, yeah, my guy wanted to fuck me, but I just didn't feel like it that night. Then 2 months later, she wants to know why he cheated on me. Why did he cheat on me? Because you're not fucking him. 5%ers want and need sex. I have a high sex drive. I gotta fuck my girl at least once a day. If she turns me down for sex, guess what? I'm gonna go and get it somewhere else because I have to fuck. And I'm not gonna jerk off. That's the bitch way out. Never turn your man down for sex for any reason. This right here is one of the main differences between women who are perpetually single and women who can lock down men of value. Number 4. This obviously goes with this is along the same lines as number 3. Always swallow. If you're sucking your man's dick, and if you're on your period and you're squeamish about anal sex, or if you don't like having period sex, guess what? Suck his cock, swallow that cum. Ladies, listen, man. It's a 2-second task. Male sperm is packed with protein, and I mean, there's all sorts of health benefits, but guess what? I'm not talking about that. Don't swallow your man's cum because it's good for you. Don't swallow your man's cum because it has health benefits. Nah, you swallow your man's cum because he is your fucking man. Again, swallowing your man's loads, that's what separates you from all the other girls out there. All these feminists that say, well, this is my body and my choice. Hey, you know what? That's fine. But this is why you don't have a boyfriend. Your boyfriend cheated on you. Well, I fucked him all the time. Yeah, but you didn't swallow his cum. You didn't suck his dick. You didn't give him head. If you're on your period and you want to, and he wants you to suck his cock, guess what? If you feel like he's getting ready to blow his load, guess what, sweetheart? Stay down there. Be a fucking trooper. Swallowing sperm is not that bad, and at some point you might even start to like it. And even if you don't, such is the conundrum of a female who wants to hang on to a 5%er. Think about this, ladies. You think about this. You meet a guy who passes all of the smell tests. He's tall, he's dark, he's handsome, he's good looking, he knows how to handle you, he's got backbone, etc., etc. And the one thing you weren't comfortable with was sucking his dick, and you damn sure weren't going to swallow. And he actually tells you, you know what, Leanne, or whatever the fuck your name is, the reason I didn't commit to you is because you never swallowed my loads. Now, he'll never tell you that, but that's going to be a factor. So if the difference between you being single and you being able to lock down a man of value of 5% or down long term is the difference is just a matter of you taking a protein shake every now and again, you better take that protein shake. And if you're not willing to swallow his loads, then at that point you don't like him enough and you're not ready to be in a relationship. Number 4, always swallow. It ain't that bad. Number 5, give him space but always be available. A guy like myself, I'm a busy guy, and a lot of times I bite off more than I can chew. I'll schedule a lot of different things. I'll do a podcast with IM. Every once in a while, I'll try to study Spanish, and a few months back I was looking into maybe getting my helicopter pilot's license. I've got a lot of irons in the fire, and I'm pretty good with time management. So for the most part, it doesn't get overwhelming. But if my girl is all over me, bitching and complaining about, oh, you're never around and you're always busy. Oh my fucking God, listen. A 5% or a man of value, he's going to have other shit going on. Yes, he likes you, but he's not thinking about you all the time. I'm sorry to break it to you, ladies. I mean, if you look like the hottie on the cover of this episode, if you're watching on YouTube, even if you look like her, he's got other shit going on. Yes, he's thinking about fucking you 6 ways from Sunday when his mind is right, but as of right now, every once in a while, men, we just need our space. We are not all, and if you're with a man who's all about you, you're not going to be attracted to him anyway. You're not going to be attracted to a man whose happiness revolves around whether or not you are in a good state or whether or not you're and that's a whole nother podcast episode. Women are attracted to men who have other shit going on in their lives. Yes, you want your man to love you. Yes, you want your man to desire you, but you don't want your man to be all about you. You can say that's what you want, but you've had boyfriends in the past who made it all about you. And guess what? You cheated on him with a guy who couldn't give two shits about how you felt about him at the time. That's just how that goes. That being said, let me digress here. Like I said, give him space, but always be available. So if you're at his house and he's working on a project, listen, ask him, hey, can I get you a Coca-Cola? Is there anything I can do to help? If he tells you no, no problem. Sit there, watch TV, and if he needs you, trust me, he's going to ask you. Now, it might be a while, but be available for him when he needs you to be. Don't say, well, if he's going to be busy, then I'm going to be busy. And then if he looks at you, hey, babe, can you get me a Coke? No, I'm busy. If you're going to be busy, I'm going to be busy. Don't be that fucking chick. The only thing you're going to be busy with is Facebook and texting your friends. Give him space, but always be available. Don't be that clingy chick don't be that high maintenance clingy chick who's got to be up his ass 24/7. But by the same token, don't be that vindictive bitch who says, well, if he's busy, then I'm going to be unavailable too. Don't be that bitch. Dude, he will drop you like a hot fucking potato. Because 5%ers, we know when a woman is playing fucking games. Give him his space. If he asks for something, if he needs something, trust me, he will tell you. You just have to understand it ain't all about you all the time. Yes, he likes you and he can't wait to fuck you and he likes spending time with you, but he's got other shit going on in his life and you need to understand that. Number 6, and this is a big one. Don't be what I call a last word chick. A last word chick is a chick who always has to have the last fucking word. I have dated, slept with, fucked many, many women who I dated and stopped fucking and stopped seeing because they were a last word type of chick. And it doesn't matter. Listen, man, it doesn't matter what it is. She always had to have the last word. This comes with a woman just wanting to be one up on people. And listen, if she gets the last word with her mom and her dad, her friends, whatever, she's not going to get the last word with you. If you want to get on your man's nerves, if you want to give him another reason to drop you like a bad fucking habit, be a last word type of chick. Be that petty, vindictive bitch who always has to have the last word because you feel like you win the argument. If you have to be that kind of chick, you will be single. Or I'll put it to you this way: if you have to be a last word type of chick, if you always have to get the last word in during a discussion or an argument, you might not be single, but the guys who are willing to wife you up or take you off the market or be in a long-term relationship with you, they're not going to be the men that you're attracted to. The men that you are going to be attracted to, the 5%ers, the guys who have their shit together, the guys who will put you in your place, they will drop you like a hot fucking potato if you have to have the last word all the time. Every once in a while, and it hasn't happened in a while, but my girl, she hit a stretch where she had to have the last word. I would say something, then she would say something, then I would say something, and then she would say something. I know she's trying to get the last word when she precedes her statement with, well, blah, 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 blah. And I'll say, okay, blah, 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 blah. Well, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll call her out. I'll be like, look, sweetheart, you're being a last word type of chick. Shut the fuck up. Argument's over. Like, the conversation is over. And she'll heed that. Women aren't perfect. You have to keep them in line. And if you're a last word kind of chick, no problem. If you're with a man, well, not that it's not a problem, but if you are a last word kind of chick, if you are with the type of man that you're attracted to, he's not going to let you get away with it. But if he lets you get away with it, at some point, you're going to have to understand that your days are numbered. No man who has options, a 5%er, wants to be with a woman who has to have the last word. No man wants to be with a woman who's a fucking headache because she wants to argue with you for argument's sake. Don't be a last word type of chick. Don't be the type of bitch who has to be right. Shut the fuck up. Let that shit go and understand that whatever it is you guys are talking about ain't that serious. And if it is, he will let you know. But until then, shut your mouth and enjoy the ride. Number 7. This one's standard. Be submissive. Now, not submissive in the way that you think that I'm talking about. And this is the feminist narrative. This is the like when feminists describe, well, I'm not going to be submissive, they are being intellectually dishonest. Because what they would have you ladies believe is that when a man says he wants a submissive woman, the picture they are painting is a woman who's walking around the house with her head down and a black eye, who's afraid to speak out of turn or she'll be hit. That kind, or basically like fetish type submissive, like porn submissive. No, that's not what we mean when we say submissive. We don't want you on a fucking chain. We don't want you. No. A submissive woman is simple. It is a woman who puts the needs of her man before her own. Be submissive in that his needs come before yours. That's what it comes down to. If he comes home or you guys are going out to dinner or whatever the case may be, and you see that he is having a particularly stressful day, ask him if you can make him a drink. That's being submissive. Even if you're thirsty, hey, I'm thirsty. Do you want a drink? You look like you're stressed out. or if he comes home from a workout or whatever it is he's doing, hey, you look hungry. Can I make you something to eat? This kind of goes with number 5. Give him space, but the important thing is always be available. Being submissive is always being willingly available and putting his needs before yours. Be submissive means taking care of your man. If you see, listen, if you go to his house and you see that he's got a bunch of dirty clothes, do his laundry. If he has dirty dishes in the sink, wash his dishes. If he's got crap on his floor, clean up his place, vacuum his floor. Listen, ladies, I'm telling you, it's the little things that count. If you see he's low on toothpaste, buy him a new tube of toothpaste. Being submissive does not mean the fetish kind of submission or submissiveness that feminists disingenuously sell to the public masses. They know that that's not the kind of submissive that we want in a woman. They're telling you that that's what we want so that they have an excuse to say, well, I'm not going to be submissive to any man. No, sweetheart. Being submissive is taking care of your man and putting his needs before yours. That's just all there is to it. Number 8. Oh, okay. My girl just peeked in and told me dinner's ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to wrap this up as quickly as I can. What are we having? I think we're having. I forgot what we're having, but it smells good. Anyway, Number 8. The last and final way to lock him down is get and keep yourself in shape. Now, regardless of the feminist sewage that you've been raised with, regardless of all of the feminist narrative, regardless of the body positivity, women more than instinctively know that men of value prefer thin, beautiful women. Here's the thing, man. You don't even have to be that good looking. You could be a 3 in the face, ladies. You could be a 3 in the face. If you're in good shape, you'll have more options than a woman who's a 7 in the face and 300 pounds. And if a woman is 300 pounds, she can't really be a 7 in the face. She's probably closer to a 7D because of the sheer size of her face. But you get the point. Ladies, if you get, and you know what? Let me break this down to you. Let's just forget numbers 2 through 7 for a second. If you learn how to cook and you get and keep yourself in shape, you're going to separate yourself from 99% of American women out there. That's all you got to. You don't even have to be beautiful to attract men. Just look halfway decent, dress feminine, and be in good shape and cook decently. You would be a rare breed. Well, you're not going to be a snowflake. You're not going to be a unicorn. But if you are in good shape and your culinary faculty is above average, you'll have more options than you'll know what to do with. And I'm not talking just your run of the mill, just everyday guy. No. Men of value, men who can provide you with a good life, men who you can be proud to be seen with, men who you are happy to surrender to, will waste no time in locking you down. And the reason for that is because thin, feminine women who know how to cook, they're not around. I got lucky. My main chick is in decent shape, and she's an extraordinary cook. Bingo. She's, I don't know, on the attractiveness scale, she might be a 7. But dude, I fucked 9s and 10s who didn't have a clue how to cook. Again, you guys got to put all this stuff together. Getting and keeping yourself in shape will separate you from most chicks out there who endorse this body positivity, and he should love me for me. Get and keep yourself in shape. So to review, learn to cook. Number 1, learn to cook. Even if you're bad at it, at least make an effort. Like I said, men of value, 5%ers, we know the difference between true effort and shortcuts. We want to see that you're invested in us. Number 2, be feminine, dress slutty. Be feminine. Don't burp and fart in public or even when you're with him. If you have to burp or fart, go into another room. Don't dress in don't dress in jeans and a t-shirt. Represent your man well. Make your men, yes. Well, I don't want to be a trophy chick yet. Well, you know what? Guess what? Then you're not going to be locked down by a man of value. Be that fucking trophy chick. Be that chick who wears high heels. Be that chick who other men and women look at as you stroll by with your high value man. Be that fucking trophy. You can say you don't want to be a trophy. All women want to be fucking trophies. Be feminine, dress feminine, and when you get behind closed doors, guess what? You turn on the slut antics. You throw on the lingerie, you throw on the heels, you slather on that red lipstick, and you become his personal porn slut / stripper. Number 3, never turn him down for sex for any reason. If you have a headache, take some Advil. If you have a stomach ache, take some Maalox or some sort of stomach whatever. If you're on your period, let him go anal or swallow his loads, which leads me to number 4. Always swallow. If your man wants you to swallow his loads, swallow his loads. That will go a long way. Listen, that'll go a long way in keeping him around. Listen, yeah, I guess a lot of girls out there swallow. Not a lot of girls out there willingly swallow. Let your man know, hey, I'm on my period, but I want that protein shake tonight. Oh my, dude, you think he's going to be thinking about any other woman? He's going to be sitting at work or at the gym. Oh, yeah. I'm about to blow my load down this girl's throat, and I'm going to get a 3-course meal after that. Oh, no, I'm not going anywhere. Number 5, give him his space, but always be available. Don't be that vindictive bitch who sees that her man is busy. Well, he's busy, so I'm going to show him that I got other shit to... No, bitch. Always be available. If he needs you, if he needs something, he needs to be able to rely on you. Even when he's too busy to tend to your emotional needs, you have to understand it ain't all about you. Give him space, but always be available. Number 6, don't be that argumentative last word kind of chick. If you disagree with him on something, fine, do it respectfully, but at the end of the day, getting the last word or thinking that you're right, it ain't worth it. dudes will listen, man. A man of value will dump you for less. Don't give him that reason. Don't be a fucking headache. Number 7, be submissive. No, don't be Asian porn, black eye, wearing a neck chain, dog collar kind of submissive that feminists disingenuously tell you that men like us want. No, take good care of him and put his needs before yours. That's the kind of submissive women that we're talking about. Just be a good fucking woman. Take care of him. That's all we're talking about. And of course, number 8, get and keep yourself in great shape. Ladies, you do those 8 things after you have built his trust. It is far more likely than not that a man of value won't want to keep you around. That's just all. That's all there is to it. If he knows that he can trust you, if he knows he can pick up your phone and look at your phone at any time, if he knows where you are 24/7, if he knows that he can count on you not to disrespect him in public by entertaining conversations from other men, then if he knows that you're going to put on those micro thongs and strut around while you make him his 3-course meal before you let him fuck you in the ass and swallow his loads, ladies, he ain't going nowhere. And none of the things that I've detailed in this particular episode, that's not hard for you guys to do. And let's face it, you've done this for other guys. You've swallowed dudes' loads before. You've been submissive. You've been non-argumentative. You've tried to cook. Yes, you've dressed feminine and slutty for the right guy. Yes, you have fucked a guy who you have never turned down for sex. There's no reason you can't do this stuff on the regular. But like I said in the last episode, I understand that you're not going to do this for just any guy. You're not going to do this for Joe fucking Blow. As I stated in the last episode, you women you guys have a supernatural sense in terms of detecting the real shit from the bullshit. So in your mind, when you feel it necessary to do this kind of stuff, you'll know that the guy you're doing it for is well worth the effort. So like I said, if you want to lock a man down, you're going to have to do these things and do them consistently. And if you won't, trust me, there aren't many chicks out there, but the ones who will, your man will definitely find. And if he can't find them, he's not going to keep a woman around that he doesn't trust, who he doesn't see as making an effort to keep him around. You got to care. Okay, so I had plenty of comments from yesterday's episode. So I'm just going to read off a few of them and respond here. Let's go ahead and pull these up. Truman Carr states about last episode 94. It says, DS kills it every time. Appreciate that, Truman Carr. Red Pill Lifesaver comments, on point. You share my similar views, which is good. Charles Merchant, a regular listener of mine, looks like he found it funny. We got a white knight here. Yu comments, you are grimy for sleeping with another man's wife. Means you are a total cuck and enjoy leftover offspring in your mouth. I'm not even going to be mad at you. You clearly still have some beta ways about you. Live a few more years, ingest the red pill for a little longer, and at some point, hopefully you'll see the light. I doubt that you will, but I'm assuming that you're a man, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Poetic Sound says, so you do all these things for your girl as well? Yeah, nice try. No, actually I don't. And you can call that a double standard. Listen, men and women are different. That's just all there is to it. I'm not going to get into it, but you know damn well that I'm not going to do the same things for my girl as I require for her. She expects things from me, and I expect things from her. Those things are not equal. That's just all there is to it. Let's see here. Kragan20. This one's actually kind of funny. Kragan20 commented on. This is actually, let me get this to pull up, because this was actually a pretty funny comment. Forgive me, guys. Let me pull this up here. So Kragan20 says, I would suggest to go buy a new outfit. I think this was on another episode that I did. But he said, I would suggest go buy a new outfit or hit a club or a bar a few days after the breakup. This is episode 93, what to do after breakup. He says, Donovan, if I ever see you cry over a chick, I will pimp slap you. Outside of being married and your wife dying, don't cry over no chick. Hey, you know what? If you see me crying, you have my permission to slap the shit out of me. ETF42 made the best comment, and ETF42 always comes with the knowledge with regards to his thoughts here. He said, even if I found a woman willing to do all this, it would not be worth it for me. This would take so much time and energy, and the return would not be worth it. It's better to just focus on sex. Listen, man, I can't blame any man who has this mentality. It took a long time for me to groom the woman that I'm with now to be my main chick. It actually took about 1.5 years. And I guess the reason I took the time is because I saw potential in her. But the other reason is that, like I've stated in past episodes, game is hard. Like the pickup player lifestyle, it becomes a grind. I like having guaranteed pussy. I mean, I do. And going out and hunting for it on a regular basis, I mean, it gets old. It was fun while I did it. I mean, when I was down in Vegas, I mean, it was great. But, you know, I'm almost 40 years old, and, you know, it's time for me to grow up. And I figured, you know what, I'll give it one last try. But listen, ETF 42, for men like yourself who share those thoughts and mentality, I can't say I blame you. I would certainly endorse that as well. Okay, well, that's going to do it for this edition of TSR. Visit thesharpreality.com anytime to access all episodes, which can also be found on SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, and now the Google Play app. And don't forget to bookmark the Amazon link in our homepage if you want to support the show. Thanks for listening.